Que pasa amigos, my name is Ash, and today I want to do a quick guide on all of the different classes within the newest Battle Royale game, Apex Legends. Apex Legends is a surprise Battle Royale game that dropped yesterday on February 4th by the makers of the Titanfall franchise, Respawn Entertainment. My goal for this guide is to get everyone up to speed with all 6 of the starter classes in Apex Legends. First, we will run down the individual abilities, strengths, and weaknesses of each class. Then I will share the best class to use as an individual, the best classes to use for team play, and finally I'll give you the best 3 classes to use as a squad. Those 3 will be the classes that complement each other the most and work the best when in tandem with the other 2 classes. Each class in Apex Legends brings 3 different abilities to the table, the first being a passive ability, which is an ability that is constantly available and tends to have a small effect on the game like faster healing or faster movement speed. Second is a tactical ability. This is going to be a fast charging ability that really gives the class its definition and place in the squad. The tactical ability really helps define a class as offensive, defensive, or somewhere in between. And finally we have the ultimate ability. This is essentially a character's special move. The skill takes far longer to charge and tends to impact the game in a far bigger way than the other 2 abilities. The first class I want to talk about is the medic and team support class, Lifeline, and her 3 abilities are as follows. Her passive skill allows you to revive down teammates and heal yourself 25% faster, and when reviving a player, a shield is placed in front to block incoming enemy fire. Her tactical ability lets you deploy a stationary healing drone that heals the squad and yourself when close by, and her ultimate allows you to call in a care package with medical and weapon supplies for you and your squad mates to utilize. Overall, Lifeline is a great team support class and a great class for new players as well. She is a passive character that is helpful to the squad and herself at the very same time. The next class we have is the tank class Brawler, and his 3 abilities are as follows. For his passive skill, he deploys a gun shield when aiming down sight that blocks incoming enemy fire. His tactical skill throws down a bubble shield that blocks attacks for a 15-second window, and his ultimate ability allows him to mark a given area, calling in a mortar strike that devastates the enemy. Overall, Brawler is the perfect starting class for the offensive player. The best offense is a good defense in this situation, and that surely is his motto, as he can push towards enemies and lay down fire, but also has the ability to use multiple types of cover with his gun and bubble shield. Next up, we have the Smoke and Mirrors defensive class, Bangalore. His 3 abilities start with the passive ability that allows him to sprint faster when taking enemy fire. His tactical ability is a smoke launcher that can hold up to 3 separate charges, and his ultimate ability that calls in a rolling thunder artillery strike that covers a large area in front of the player designated spot. In my opinion, Bangalore is one of the more underwhelming classes in this game. Only his ultimate is appealing, but even with that wide-ranging attack, he is still a subpar character at best. His abilities are decent for escaping combat, but don't serve a grander purpose outside of that. Next on the list, we have the ever-popular Wraith. Her abilities kick off with her passive ability, which gives her a verbal warning when enemies are nearby. Her tactical ability allows you to go into the void to dodge enemies and move quickly about the battlefield for a short time. And her ultimate ability allows you to create a portal from one place on the map to another, allowing you to move quickly in between both places. Used in most of the squads I was a part of, Wraith has a series of abilities that help her escape combat and move around the battlefield quickly and stealthily. Her abilities are great for defensive and offensive moves. Flanking an unwitting opponent or fleeing a surprise attack is all in the range of what Wraith can do with her abilities. Our 5th class we have to cover is the Bloodhound class. His passive skill gives him the ability to see various clues left behind, which can be used to help track enemies around the battlefield. His tactical ability briefly reveals enemies, traps, and clues through walls and other structures around the field. His ultimate ability allows him to move faster and have longer running versions of his tactical ability. It basically becomes the ultimate hunter around the battlefield, being able to see enemies clearly at a distance and through structures. Overall, Bloodhound is a pretty solid class that becomes more and more valuable as the game goes on. As the circle gets smaller and smaller, his tactical and ultimate abilities encompass an ever-growing part of the remaining area, making his abilities ever more valuable. Finally, we come to the last class in our guide, the Pathfinder. In my opinion, he is easily the most useless class in this game. His passive ability is okay at best, but his tactical and ultimate abilities leave a lot to be desired. To start, Pathfinder's passive ability can reveal the next circle's location on the map for himself and for his squad mates. His tactical ability is a simple grapple hook. His ultimate ability creates a zipline for everyone in the game to utilize. As you guys know, I have already made my feelings known about Pathfinder's utility. His abilities are subpar and are hardly useful on a game-to-game basis. So that is it for the individual breakdown of each class within Apex Legends. Now I want to get into the individual and squad class recommendations that I have for each player. For the individual, Lifeline and Wraith are very good starter classes.
Wraith gives newer players an easy way to escape by using the tactical Void move and the ultimate Rift Creator. A great solo class, but isn't very helpful to the squad as a whole. Now Lifeline is helpful to the squad by healing everyone after a battle. They can heal themselves faster and revive teammates quicker as well. He can also call in supplies for the whole team to utilize throughout the match. As far as an ideal team loadout goes, I would have these three as my main starters: Brawler, Lifeline, and Bloodhound. I believe this is the ideal team loadout to have success within Apex Legends. Brawler is a mix of offensive and defensive class. His bubble protects the squad from outside fire and can lay down fire with the gun shield protection. He can call in an offensive strike with the ultimate mortar strike, while Lifeline can be in the extreme team player, great for the teammate who isn't the best in combat, but he can heal himself quicker and revive teammates faster and call in supplies for the squad. Bloodhound will be great for scouting an area. Using the tactical move Eye of the Allfather will help you identify enemies in the vicinity, and this will work amazing with the other two classes, and his ultimate ability just enhances these skills even further, making this class even more powerful in the late game. And that will do it for this video. Make sure you hit like, click or tap that subscribe button to become the heart of this gaming channel, and be a part of the conversation in the comments below by sharing your favorite class so far in Apex Legends. For more gaming analysis, news, reviews, and opinions, stay here on Ash Heart. And as always, thanks for watching.